In the previous video, I argued that if we are blameworthy for what we enabled to happen with our money, then vegans would be blameworthy too, because they know that non-vegans are going to use that money for animal products or animal slaughter, and they enable that by giving money to non-vegans. In this video, I want to expand a little bit on that.
This is a general issue of when you have a company, when you have a conglomerate of that they own both animal agriculture and they own plant products. And so we can make a case. So let's say, for example, you go to a McDonald's and you buy a water bottle, right? Is that something that's ethically wrong? Well, you're contributing money to a industry that is based off animal products, but you're not actually buying an animal product. There's an asymmetry there. So is it ethically wrong what you did when you went to McDonald's and you bought a water bottle?
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, I would argue no, right? I would say no. And here's why. So the reason is because when you buy a water bottle from McDonald's, you are not contributing economic demand. Even if you give money to McDonald's for the water bottle, at the end of the day, if a lot of people are buying water bottles, what's going to happen is McDonald's will catch on and just sell more water bottles. McDonald's, they look at their itinerary. They're not idiots. They look at their numbers. They look at their books and they say, wow, a lot of people are buying water bottles now. Let's sell more water bottles. What they're not going to say is let's decrease our water bottle stocks and increase our hamburgers. That would be absurd.
The argument is that when you buy bottled water from McDonald's, you aren't contributing to animal farming industry. You contribute to the bottled water industry. But the issue is that profits from selling water could be used as contribution to animal farming industry. And if that happens, you would be one of the contributors. The only difference would be that there are just a few more links in that chain. But it would be a chain nevertheless. When you give your money to the same people who are working with the animal farming industry, you are risking that you contribute to the very thing you don't want to contribute. Vegans would probably object and say that buying a Big Mac directly supports animal farming industry, but buying bottled water doesn't. Well, direct or indirect support is still support. They might say they didn't intend to support it, or they might say something like this.
Like people have pointed out to me, like usually anti-vegans who will say like, well, the laptop has like some kind of, trace animal product in it or whatever. And it's like, I'm not buying the laptop to support the animal product industry. I'm buying the laptop to use it as a computer, et cetera, et cetera. Same thing with like a car or a phone or whatever.
Well, the same works for other people. They don't buy Big Macs with the intention to support animal farming industry. Vegans might object that they are not blameworthy for what other people decide to do with their own money. Well, then neither am I when I buy a Big Mac. It seems that vegans need to dig themselves out of that hole.